Well, I'd like to welcome you to the Los Alamitos Army Airfield on behalf of the Los Alamitos Army Airfield Aviation Spotters Group. We have about 1,000 people, and I'll be posting this in the group, and I'll make sure you get a chance to see this, and it'll probably be on YouTube, so it'll be a lot of fun.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so I'm very interested in what you do. I've always been involved and interested in sales and marketing. That's been my career, and publicity and public relations, that kind of stuff. So I would like you to, if you don't mind, just introducing yourself first, but then talk a little bit about what your job involves and how much you probably love it.
Well, it is the best job, of course. So I am Captain Kaity Toner. I'm Thunderbird 12, the team's public affairs officer. I'm a call signs agent. That's enough about me. Now about my job.
Yeah.
It truly is one of the best jobs in the Air Force. It's truly an honor and a privilege to wear this uniform and to represent not just the United States Air Force, but the United States when we travel the world. So it's really, really fun, but particularly public affairs. You know, we get the opportunity to integrate into all 31 Air Force specialty codes. So our team is comprised of about 135 people across 31 jobs, if you will. Air Force specialty code just basically means job. So with that, in order to communicate effectively and really do public relations, if you will, or public affairs for this team, you have to understand every job on the team. So the reason I love it so much is I get to integrate into all those different jobs. I get to dig down into the weeds and understand what everybody does. That includes the pilots, that includes our financier, that includes our, you know, the jobs that people don't know we have, like the 1 Charlies, that's our squadron aerial resource management. Just every job you can think of, I get an opportunity to talk to them, understand their job, maybe do their job a little bit, and that's why public affairs is so fun.
Well, that's
different
great.
every day.
Well, I can tell how much you love it. I mean, that's a real focus of everything that I've done, and I tend to understand it. You have to kind of understand that kind of way of thinking, and a lot of people don't really look at it from everybody else's point of view, which you need to look at.
Exactly.
A lot of
you
things
have
to
to
that.
really understand what it's like to walk in their shoes. And so, you know, something that I think is tangible that people can understand is flying with these folks. So I've had the privilege of flying with this team for the last 2.5 years, and it's been fantastic. I probably have a lot of hours in the F-16 for a public affairs officer, so that's pretty cool. But it really gives you an understanding of what they put their bodies through, so I'm better able to communicate their jobs and the magnitude of their jobs since I've experienced it myself. And so that's the beauty of public affairs is effectively communicating and telling the Air Force story in the best way that we possibly can and sharing that with the United States and the world.
I'm sure you're a great ambassador for the
I love it.
U.S. Air Force.
It's so incredible.
And
like I said, it's an honor.
I can
to
tell
wear
you
the
do.
uniform.
Can you talk to me a little bit about community involvement things that you do?
Oh
what
my
you
gosh.
might, I thought you
Yes.
might like that because I'm very, very interested in that, and I think that's an important part of the mission of the Thunderbird.
It's incredibly important.
If you're doing anything
some would
locally.
argue it's about half of our mission. You know, putting on air shows is our primary mission. We are an aerial demonstration squadron, but people watch those air shows. So it's very important to us that we engage with those people. And so the community engagement section is run by Public Affairs, and I have a fantastic team behind me that actually runs it. It's not me, it's my team, and they're fabulous. And then we also get to partner with a recruiter. And so together we make up a really well-rounded team that gets us out into the community. So we do things like autograph lines, you know, air shows will hold events where we can just go out into the public and talk and mingle and, you know, give stickers to little kids and anything we can do to get out there in the community, we try to do in a positive light, right? Every time we wear this uniform, we want to be engaging with folks because it could be their first time interacting with the United States military. It could be their only time ever interacting with the United States military.
Yeah.
So it's important for us to make it a positive interaction, to make it fun, and for them to just have a positive interaction with their military. We were, what's the best word? Founded in 1953 with the distinct purpose of connecting the American public with its military. So community engagement really is one of our number 1 priorities, and we love to do it.
Yeah, I thought you might like that part of the job. If I was doing your job, that would be, I would love that as well.
We love people. I mean, if you see anyone wearing a Thunderbird patch, They love people.
Yeah, well they do, because I stop and say hi to a lot of them, and everybody's welcoming and a nice
yeah.
smile. And of course, I guess you probably wouldn't be in that position if
Of
people
course.
weren't that way, because I
Yeah.
think because you're so much about your image, your public image.
Well, we're a unique squadron in that we're meant to be seen. There's a lot of squadrons in the Air Force that are not meant to be seen for specific reasons, and we're the opposite. We're one that's meant to be seen. We want you to come ask us questions. We want to engage. We want to show people what the Air Force is capable of, and and what your Air Force does for you, and what your airmen do for you. And it's pretty incredible. We've got a lot of really good airmen, so
Yeah,
we want to
you do.
show them off.
Yeah, I just love the Thunderbirds and everything that you do. Just a couple local questions, and then I'll be done.
Sure.
With the air show at the beach and not here on Los Alamitos, what will be your presence as far as public affairs, meeting people at the Pacific Airshow, so people will know if they can come find you, what you're doing on the beach where the millions of people are going to be?
You can absolutely find us there. We are going to be at Show Center. Our communications trailer is there. You can't miss it. It's a big red comm trailer called Judy, and it's right there, right by the Airboss stand. So that's where most of us are going to be. We'll be in black polos that say Thunderbird, so come say hello. We would love to talk to you. But this is a unique show site. With it being a deployed show, there's pros and cons, right? It's wonderful that you guys are out here today and getting to see the amazing work that our maintainers do. That's the downside to deployed shows, is they don't always get to see the work that goes into launching the jets. But it's wonderful that the Pacific Airshow has allowed folks to come out to Los Alamitos to see that part of it. So for those that are going to the beach, we do have a very large footprint. Come see us there. It'll be awesome. We'll be doing some autographs. We'll be handing out some swag and things like that. But yeah, we're there to engage. We're there to talk to people. And then when the show's going on, it is a show. That's one thing I do want to emphasize. Thunderbird 8 is going to be narrating. There's music. It is a full performance. So we definitely don't want you to miss it.
Well, that's great. I have, I think, just one last thing to ask you, once again locally, and once again kind of part of the Los Alamitos Spotters group. A request for maybe in the future when you're here, maybe next year. You all seem to come here every year, so I imagine you're probably scheduled next year. I haven't even looked because I figure you'll be here. I think it's been 6 out of 7 years that I've been following it anyway, so something like that. Will there be any chance of having any sort of event here or signing? One year there was a signing in the hangar here that I'm just thinking of anything that the public might be able to come here to Los Alamitos, the local public. Of course, they can go to the beach, but for the people who don't want to go or can't go sit on the beach, do you think in the future that you might be able to do some things here at the airfield?
Room for growth in that department and room for new ideas. I can't speak to what exactly is going to happen next year. I don't know that anyone knows.
Right.
Earlier we heard, the Pacific Airshow folks talking about, how do you top yourself every year? And we don't know. We need new smart people coming in to teach us how to do things better. But one thing that we do that's really special that I want to continue and that I hope continues is having out the Sunburst Academy.
They're
those
great.
cadets come out and we get to engage them, show them the jets, and really just integrate with them, give them something positive to see ahead of the air show. And then this year we have the opportunity for Civil Air Patrol to also come out. So we've invited out Civil Air Patrol to come and see the jets as well. So we're always looking for opportunities like that. If there are opportunities that the local community here thinks of, we are happy to take those notes. So if you guys want to email us, our email address is afthunderbirds@gmail.com, and we will totally take your ideas.
Well, that's very awesome. I thought I'd just sort of plant that seed here, and maybe people that watch this will contact you now. And I think more requests you get, and more people that are, maybe requesting you to be here, I think would be great.
Further give back to the community. The Thunderbirds are not here to receive special treatment. We're here to give special treatment. We're here to go out into the community, make people feel special, show them how cool what we do is, and not just us, but get them interested in the air show, right? The civilian acts alone are incredible, and when you get performances like this year with the F-22 Raptor and our team, it's just really spectacular. They're going to see a lot of really incredible air power, but the people are what make it really great, so come say hi.
Well, one last request is it would be great if the Thunderbirds could do a flight with the Snowbirds together. A formation flight or whatever you call it. What do you call that? I know, but see, well, you might have the ear of someone who you could throw that at. Hey, so many people ask me about doing a formation. I'm representing aviation photographers too, and that's what that would be the money shot. That would be what we'd love to
Oh my
see.
gosh, I know.
So I'll be looking for that. And you have my card. If you
Maybe,
find
yeah,
out anything
maybe
going
in the
on, give me a
future.
call.
Yeah, we do love the Snowbirds. It's always fun when we get to perform with them. They're fantastic. So their show is definitely one of my favorites that I get to watch. It never gets old. Our show never gets old. None of these shows ever get old.
Yeah,
so.
the Snowbirds are awesome, and I have to just say
They're incredible.
something about the Snowbirds and someone that was in your position, Jen Casey. I don't know if you knew her or knew about her.
I never got the opportunity to know her. I know about her, and we miss her dearly in the community. So.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. I just had to say something because I met her during a media day and I talked to her. She reminded me of you a lot. I mean, she was just very bright and energetic and loved her job, and there's a lot of similarities between the two of you. And I was just so impressed
That's a
by
huge
her.
compliment.
Well, good, because and it's so true. I see that when I'm talking to you. I think it made me think of her because she just stood out like a bright light. And I saw her when she first walked up. She was just a beaming smile. She was the happiest person I think I've ever seen. So anyway, I just
her
wanted
memory
to.
lives on, though. I mean,
Yeah, good.
There's not a year that goes by that we don't talk about her
Good.
and try to remember her. She was a fantastic addition to the airshow community for the time that we had her, and I think her legacy is long lasting.
That's awesome.
Phenomenal human being, and
Yeah,
we all
that's.
miss her dearly.
I felt I needed to say something about that too because she was. Yeah, oh yeah, and to tell you how much you reminded me of her. So anyway, I'm just gonna step in the frame real quick. I know I've been talking to you for quite a while, so I just want to say hi to everyone and just shake your hand and
Sure.
thank you so much for
Come
everything.
on in.
Hopefully I'm still in the frame here. Because I'll get that a little
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's been my
It's been
pleasure.
awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate.
You guys too.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you just taking the time to talk to me.
Of course.
And let me know if there's anything I can do for you about anything local, because I know a little bit about what's going on in the airfield here.
Well, thank you
For
so
sure.
much.
We'll probably talk to you more after this, but we'll get.
course.
We'll see you later, everybody.
Bye.
All right, thank you. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that. I'll get